Hey there, let me ask you something. How much time are you spending on social media trying to grow your audience? Feels like a lot, right? Imagine this. What happens if your favorite platform changes the rules tomorrow? Or even worse, disappears? Scary thought? What if I told you there's a smarter way, more sustainable way to build a community that's yours, that you can control? Well, stick with me because today we're diving into exactly how to do that. Now, in part 1 of this 4-part series on how to start your online business, we talked about creating engaging content, stuff that grabs attention and keeps people coming towards you and watching your videos. Well, here's the thing. Getting views is only half of the battle. The real game changer is turning those views into something bigger, a loyal, engaged community. And that is something that I've been helping people with for over 11 years. You see, whether it's my clients, members of my own community, or even the personal journey that I've taken with my own business, this is where the magic happens. And it includes you. You've joined my newsletter, booked a discovery call with me, and you're part of this community watching this video now. You see, my diary has been full since I shifted my focus to helping people just like the person that I used to be. Over 40, building a personal brand and leveraging that to start and grow an online business. You see, now I'm 47, and over the last 10 years, I've achieved so much through my personal brand and my business, which just happens to be a social media agency. So I've kind of got some clout when it comes to this content and audiences thing. So believe me when I say this stuff works. In fact, one of my community members, Jeremy, said to me something that really stuck and really resonated with me. He said, "Stephen, I've learned more from you in the time that I've known you than I did during my entire digital marketing degree in the US." Now here's the kicker. Because of what Jeremy learned through my program, his videos have gone viral and he's now launched his own TV channel. How cool is that? Now, Jeremy's story isn't unique. This is what happens when you focus on building a community that feels connected, valued, and supported. So let's start with YouTube. Why focus so much on this platform? Why not Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, Pinterest? Here's the thing. YouTube isn't just another social media platform. It's a search engine. I'm sure people have forgotten this. People come to YouTube actively looking for solutions to their problems. That's what makes it so powerful. Take me, for instance. Recently, I broke the tumble dryer. It needed a new button, so I went to YouTube, found out what was wrong, went to Amazon, ordered the part, came back to YouTube, fixed the tumble dryer, all in a matter of 24 hours. Saved myself hundreds and hundreds of pounds and loads of grief from my wife. But here's the part that most content creators are missing. They just get found on YouTube, and that just isn't enough. Think about it. Sure, someone finds your video because they're searching for an answer, like me and the tumble dryer. But what happens next? They watch it, maybe they like it, but then they move on. So if you're relying on YouTube alone, you're missing a huge, colossal opportunity. Now, I'm not saying YouTube isn't important because it's the gateway, it's why we're here. But here's the magic and what really happens. Once they find you, the real question is, how do you keep them coming back? You see, that's the key metric for YouTube. It wants you to get people to come back for more. That's where they reward you. So how do you build a relationship with people beyond that one video? And no, it's not about pushing your following to your Instagram account or your Facebook page. There's something far more valuable and you can do it. You see, here's the secret. You need to take that initial connection from YouTube and invite them to your community, a space that's yours. And a tool that we're going to use today, well, it's not social media. It's something far more reliable. All right, so you're probably wondering, what's the next step after someone finds you on YouTube? How do you invite them into your community? Well, most people will tell you, these self-proclaimed gurus, just create a lead magnet, get them on your list. Oh my God. Let me tell you, that's the wrong way to do it. Here's the thing, a lot of creators just slap together some freebie, call it a lead magnet, and expect people to care. Oh, here's my PDF, join my email list. That's not how you build trust, and it's definitely not how you build a community. That's just doing it for the sake of doing it, and honestly, it's a waste of everyone's time. So let's flip this around a little bit. Instead of calling it a lead magnet, let's think of what it actually is. It's a gift. It's something your audience already knows they love, and it gives them an actual result or transformation that they've been looking for. We're not just throwing together random freebies, we're giving them something based on their needs and their wants and the content that they've already told you they love. Drop that mic, people. So let me walk you through step by step, but keep in mind, this is not the traditional lead magnet way. So we need to identify the videos your audience already love. We're not just looking at views here, we're looking at the engagement, the comments, the shares. What are the top 1, 2, 3 or 5 videos that keep your audience coming back to you? That's the content that resonates, and that's exactly where you'll base your gift on. Create a gift that complements what they already love. You see, here's where you take it up a notch. This isn't just some generic PDF or a checklist. You're going to create something that takes your best content and gives your audience a result. Maybe it is a cheat sheet or a mini guide or even a step-by-step process. Whatever it is, it should help them take the next logical step on their journey. For example, when I created the personal brand playbook, it wasn't random. It was based on my best performing content from my YouTube channel. Videos that weren't just popular, but engaged people deeply. And that's exactly what's made it so valuable. It wasn't just another freebie, it was a gift that gave my audience a transformation. Okay, so now we've got this gift and you need to invite your audience to grab it. Don't just say, here's my lead magnet, get my lead magnet. Tell them what's in it for them. Explain how it will help them, how it's built around what they already love and why it's going to move them forward. Heck, if you're stuck, you can quote this. So, your next video, you've got your gift. Hey, if you've loved this video, I've got something special for you. It's my free insert gift here. It's based on what you've already told me you love and it's designed to help you achieve X result. Get it from the description below. Use something like that. Just clicking the link in the description and you sending it to their inbox is a very soft, subtle call to action, and you're building your list with the real power of your gift. Now here's why it's so powerful, because once someone accepts your gift, they've taken the first big step into your community. They're no longer just a viewer, they're part of something bigger, and you must treat them that way. And now you've got the opportunity to nurture that relationship, keep them engaged and provide even more value. This is exactly how I built my personal brand playbook. And guess what? If you want to grab a copy of your personal brand playbook, all you need to do is join my newsletter. Not only will you get the personal brand playbook, but you'll also get an extra special gift, my 5-day micro course delivered straight into your inbox. This course will teach you how to create content, come up with your own ideas, and really smash it out the park on your YouTube journey. Do you see what I did there? Exactly what it does on the tin. Remember, this is just the beginning. Next, I'm going to show you how to use your gift email list and consistent engagement to turn your connections into a thriving community. Because this is where the long-term growth happens, because your community create customers. I'll say that again. From your community, you create customers. All right, so you've created your gift and your audience is starting to join your community. What happens next? Well, this is where most creators miss a massive, a humongous opportunity. You see, building a community isn't just about getting someone's email and calling it a day. You need to nurture the relationship. And one of the most effective ways to do that is through a newsletter. Now, before you roll your eyes into the back of your head and think, oh, a newsletter, it's so out of date. Stop. Stop right there. Done right, a newsletter is one of the most powerful tools you have in your community building arsenal, and it builds massive trust. It's not just about sending random emails, it's about creating consistent touch points, and I can feel me doing touch points quite a lot. It keeps your audience coming back for more. So why a newsletter? Well, your audience is busy. Life happens, and sometimes even your most loyal followers might miss your video. Yes, it's happened to me too. And that's where your newsletter comes in. It's a way to stay in touch, keep them informed, and most importantly, keep that connection alive. I like to think of my newsletter as a regular coffee chat, just like we're having, did I say coffee chat? Oh my word, it's not a sales pitch, it's not forced, it's a way to keep things casual, conversational, and most importantly, consistent, like we're having right now, tea with Steve, catching up and sharing what's new, none of that coffee chat stuff. So, how do you use your newsletter to create consistent engagement? Well, remember all that work you've put into creating YouTube videos? Well, here's a hack. It saves you time and keeps your audience engaged. Use those videos as the foundation for your newsletter. Take your transcripts, your scripts, or even just key points from the video and repurpose them into a newsletter. You haven't got to reinvent the wheel. For example, if you've just done a video on how to achieve X result, you can take the highlights from that video, reframe them in a conversational tone, and send it as a helpful newsletter. It's a touch point that reinforces the value you're already providing on YouTube. Sorry about the touch point thing. Make it easy to read and relatable. And here's where so many people get it wrong. They overcomplicate it, thinking it's got to be something new and shiny. Your audience doesn't want to read a novel, so keep it simple. In fact, when I create my newsletters, I always go to ChatGPT and ask it to rephrase my content in a way that's easy to read at a 9 to 12-year-old reading age. That's because the average global reading age is around that level. And it ensures that your message is clear and relatable. Have I told you the story about Tony Robbins and Donald Trump? This is relatable. You know, Tony Robbins is a master at this communication thing. He always talks about the importance of adapting your language to connect with your audience. So during the US presidential elections, Tony even predicted the winning candidate. He does this apparently every few years. So when Donald Trump ran for president, the first time, his language matched the needs of his audience, and that's what gave him such a strong support. He knew exactly how to speak in a way that resonated with his audience. Tony Robbins predicted this. I think it was on his Unleash the Power Within audiobook training, and got it right. And now I've done this too. It's something that I've been applying from my time as a police officer. Before I was building communities and brands, I spent 10 years as a police detective. And during this time, I learned the importance of adapting my communication style to meet the needs of my audience, the person I was speaking to. Whether dealing with someone in distress or calming a tense situation, I had to speak in a way they understood, and it's no different with your content. This is one of the most valuable transferable skills I brought into my content creation journey. You have to talk to your audience in a way that you talk to your former self. Because if you're building an online education business, chances are you're speaking to the person that you once were. So don't try to be anyone else. Don't adopt some fake YouTuber mannerism. Just speak in a way that's authentic to you, and that's how you build trust. So let me tell you the secret sauce to building a loyal community that isn't about sending 1 or 2 emails, newsletters. It's about consistency. Your newsletter becomes a regular touch point, a way to re-engage your audience. Keep them informed and give them a reason to come back to your content. Remember, YouTube want you to get people to come back. That's how you're rewarded. So, for example, I send my newsletters on Saturday morning when people are relaxed and more likely to read through it. You see, most content creators are hammering their audience Monday through to Friday. So by zigging when others are zagging, I'm more likely to catch my community's attention. It's all about being strategic and consistent. I keep doing consistent, don't I? Hey, you see, you build deeper connections with every touch point. Have you heard about ZMOT? Zero Moment of Truth. It was a Google study. They found apparently it takes about 7 touch points before someone is ready to make a buying decision. Well, with the explosion of social media, it's now more about 20 to 30 touch points because everyone's glued on their phone and you need to grab people's attention. And it was this point that I discussed recently with a friend of mine, Chris James, who was on the TBSD podcast. He wrote a brilliant book called Content to Clients, and it really nails down a critical truth. Most people focus way too much on capturing and converting. They think those are the biggest pieces of the sales funnel, but in reality, they're just not. Here's the thing. Capturing attention and converting are just 10% at the start and 10% at the end of the sales process. The real work is in the middle, that 80%, and it's all about building trust. You need to be showing up consistently, whether it's through your YouTube videos, your newsletter, or any other form of content you're doing. Maybe even replying to comments in the comments section. Yeah. This is why it's so important to understand that the newsletter and the consistent touch points aren't just filler content, they're essential. You need to nurture the relationship, create value, and show up regularly. That's what turns someone from a viewer or a lead into a raving fan and customer. Because without trust, all your capturing and converting won't matter, because there'll be minimal of it. People need to feel like they're connected, like they can rely on you showing up. And the more you do that, the stronger your community becomes. So start sending those newsletters regularly. Keep it simple and make it feel like a conversation, because that's what our audience wants these days. Remember, it's about trust. The more touch points you create, the more connected your audience will feel, and that's where the real magic happens. So, YouTube video, gift, newsletter, until you are ready to introduce something that you have to sell that can transform your tribe's lives. So if you're over 40 and ready to build your online business through YouTube, click this playlist here and get started. All the resources from this 4-part series are there for you. And if you want to make great videos, all the links you need, including my 5-day email course, are in the description below. Take action, get started. Much love, Big Daddy out.